through a few admin notes. So the first thing to note is that we will spawn in Valkyries and fly into the AO. So you won't have any like flying around on the ground time. You'll just be straight into the planes. There's about a 3-minute flight to the DZ, and then the Valks will land, and they will wait for about 30 seconds on the ground for you to get out and then fly away. So obviously, get out once they're on the ground, otherwise you'll fly away. If you do miss that somehow, or if there are any technical issues, then I'll just TP you as needed. As Cosmic said, do expect this to be quite a deadly one. So respawns will keep coming pretty thick and fast. When you respawn, you'll respawn in the air with a grav chute, like a parachute. And you'll just need to kind of like make your way back down to the ground and link up with your team. Resupplies will be able to be called in by CO. They'll be airdropped in by friendly Valkyries. And that is about the gist of it from like a technical standpoint. The radio nets simply have kind of put a little note, but basically, so squad leads and FTLs, you have a 152 to talk to each other, and then your Vox operators for squad leads are there to talk to command, or if needed, to talk to air or the FAC. That's kind of it. Any technical issues, obviously, do ping me. Should be fine, but like, you know, this is the special repo, so there is an inherent level of jank.
Playing the special repo today.
Yes, quite. Any questions for me? No, cool. Oh, did you get in fine?
Yep.
Are you in their map? Yeah.
Yep.
Cool, great. Right. So yeah, the objective here basically is we'll fly in, drop into the drop zone Mauve, and then you'll need to then assault and take the Tanoa Secundus aerodrome, and then hold it against any greenskin counterattacks. So be prepared for orcs. You know, the greenskins are pretty fierce. They like to shoot, and yeah, that'll be about the gist of it, I guess. Any questions?
Go.
I don't want to die.
Kaki, do you want to do anything before we go?
Excuse me. I'll quickly just say when you land at DZ, at the DZ, you have RP marks for each squad. Depending on how scattered you are, that's where you're just going to meet up with your squad. As for the assault in the airfield, Sigma will be going around to the north and assaulting the main terminal area to the west. Theta and Lambda are forming a rough L-shaped base of fire in the south to support them. We may have Lambda push across the airfield as well if resistance is pretty high. For all squads, if you zoom in a bit, you can see that there's a slight like trench line along the east side of the airfield that should give everyone some cover to use as a trench. Highly recommend using that if you're pushed out that far. And I'm also expecting a long line of defenses along that east side as well. So be ready at your RPs to assault that. I don't have anything else to say. Volk, I don't know if you want to say something now as well.
I just want to remind everyone that taking a step backwards will be considered heresy, and the direction of attack shall be towards the west and nothing else.
For those not aware, Volk is your friendly platoon commissar, and he will be enforcing discipline.
So basically, everybody remove your S keys.
As CEO, I will say nobody is above his discipline, including myself.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
Behave yourselves accordingly.
Right.
Only the faithful shall win the day.
In we go. The Emperor protects. Hey. Hello.
Hello.
Okay. You guys, you have shitloads of planes. Those are your resupply, rearm, refuel bits. But any problems, just ping me.
Cool.
You may as well get airborne like straight away because by the time you get down there,
I didn't spawn in a plane. Where do I need to be?
Oh, I'll just TP you. You must be like one
F.
space.
Unfortunate.
Okay. Channel 3 log read check.
Man, this is Theta. Radio check, over.
We copy, Theta.
Channel 3, long range check.
I heard you, Zephyr.
Man, this is Theta, Lambda lead. What's the correct channel that I should be on? I don't think one is it.
Cool. We have situated ourselves somewhat impractically for takeoff. Are you lifting first or should I?
I'm just about at the end of the airfield, so I'll go ahead and take off.
On command. Sigma copies.
Sigma 1, Sigma 2, do you copy?
Sigma is on the ground and moving to RP.
Alright, so no thermals.
Interestingly enough, our nods do have thermals though. Command, Theta? Not that that helps, what with the glass.
Yeah. I'm just gonna orbit south of the airfield for now.
Hello, Zeus.
Hello.
Can I please have a heal, por favor?
Yep, can do. Done.
Thank you. Back to air. Back to Thorn 1 or Thorn 2.
Is it on channel 1?
Command, this is Theta 1. Correction to Theta. Just a heads up, if you hadn't noticed yet, I am getting G effects, so don't put too hard in case you back out.
Yeah. This lighting is in fact the worst possible lighting.
Yeah, it really couldn't get worse, honestly.
Command, this is Lambda. How copy?
Affirm, working.
The Omnissiah has now blessed this Voxcaster. It is functioning once again.
Back to Thorn 1, Thorn 2, you guys airborne.
Sigma 1, Sigma 2, you are to maintain.
Yeah, we're orbiting.
Orbiting south of the airfield.
Be advised, this is the worst possible lighting. The only thing I can positively make out on the ground are the lights at the airfield.
That call for Sigma 1 and Sigma 2 is over command net.
We have no thermals, it's too bright for night vision, so if it's not on the airfield, you're gonna have to be real specific with it and mark it with like tracers or something.
Speaking of seeing things though, Candy, mind turning on your collision lights, make it a bit easier for me to find you.
Done.
Guardsmen, remember to maintain carefully your last gun. It can fire for a very long time, but does need to reload, and you only have so many power packs. Wrong net. Alright, fact Thorn 1.
Go for Thorn 1.
Reference outgoing tracer fire from our location. I would like a fire mission to the west of the airstrip itself. Gun run. Go ahead and start it whenever you're ready.
Where exactly do you want the gun run?
West of the airstrip itself, the actual runway. Referencing outbound tracers from our location to the east.
Okay, gun run on the fields west of the airstrip before the...
Yep, south to north, cleared hot.
Copy, Thorn run coming in.
Thorn 2, follow him up, 1 minute.
Copy that.
Thorn 2, prepare to offset left of his gun run.
Copy.
Offset left 50, bring it in. Thorn 1, come off to the east and set up for a re-attack.
2 isn't hot from the south.
They're hot. Reference his gun run, go left 50 from it.
Sigma command.
Good effect, come off to the east. Thorn 1, Thorn 2, go ahead and set up your orbit south again, and I'll call you for a second run in a few.
Copy. Just want to clarify, by the way, we do have dumbfire rockets. It's not the 3 lock-on ones, but we've got 38 dumbfire rockets that we can just spam in.
Sigma, this is command. Come in.
Alright. Back Thorn 1.
Go for Thorn 1.
Sigma, this is command.
New fire mission's
I
gonna be
expect you
on
in
the
heavy
terminal itself, just to the east of the buildings, but on the terminal.
Copy, I'm using guns.
Gun run.
Am I clear hot?
Clear hot.
That Thorn 1 coming in.
Continue. Sounds good. Thorn 2, attack the same.
Sigma command, be advised, we are on our way to your position.
In hot.
Good effect. Going to watch yourselves deconflict.
No, really, Thorn 2 is a good bit higher up than I am.
Alright, Thorn 1, do you see outbound tracers from our location?
Not at present.
Go ahead and make a pass on where this tracer fire is going to be in just one moment. I'm in command, do you read?
Lambda, this
You got eyes on?
Your orders are to move to Lambda.
Affirm.
Set up a overwatch
Alright,
position.
gun run, cleared hot. Lambda copies.
Someone copy signing up.
Hello, command. This is what is left of Sigma.
Go for command.
Command.
Go for command.
Command.
Good
Go
effect.
for command.
Command and Sigma, be advised, I do hear both of you transmitting.
Go ahead and return to your orbit.
Thorn 1 copies, return to orbit.
Lambda, this is Theta.
Go for Lambda.
Do you guys have any desync at your position, over?
I don't think we do, no.
Roger, thanks.
Segmental command sees numerous enemy troops that appear to be affected by warp stuff.
Lambda command.
Go for Lambda.
Lambda, you are to proceed to the Lambda assault marker at 612.
Copy that.
Sigma will be assaulting the Sigma assault marker at 612 as well, so don't shoot to the
Lambda copies all. We're beginning the assault shortly.
THAC 4-2, be advised, as it does lighten up, our targeting pods will start getting useful. Their minimal usefulness now only good on high contrast targets at this time.
Fat copies.
Theta command.
Go ahead for Theta.
Theta, your orders for now
Back to air,
hold
just be
position,
aware that we are advancing across the
and
airfield
keep your watch position.
currently, so you guys are going to be orbit for a few.
To provide overwatch. Theta out. Air comes.
2.
Sigma command, radio check.
Command, this is Sigma. Copy 5 square. Over. Command, this is Sigma. Radio check. Over.
I copy you, Theta. I'm calling for Sigma.
This is Sigma checking in, sorry, our Vox operator was down.
Copy you, loud and clear, Sigma. Theta command.
Go for Theta.
Theta, to the northwest of your current position, there's a Theta hold marker. That's a trench. I need you to move there and hold that area to the northwest.
Roger, going north-northwest
Fact
to
2.
the...
Go for fact.
South of the terminal, I've marked at 2 times auto gyros, question mark? Do you know if those are disabled or not?
Fact to air, those have been indeed neutralized.
Copy.
One, two.
Go for 2.
If you want to listen in on command net, by the way, the aircraft do have rec radios.
Way ahead of you, Manu.
Yes, checking.
Sigma Lambda CO, be advised, to the west of your current positions there are hold points marked. I need you to proceed there and hold those markers.
Lambda copies.
Command, be advised. Lambda is now called Ligma.
My copies.
Lamau.
I know, right?
Also, yeah, short range 13 check.
The short range works, but you're already getting a bit staticky on my end.
Fair enough.
Just have to make sure we're flying close enough together for it. Or we use the other rack radio. Got to.
Hey Kennedy, you on this net?
It is I, Thorn 2. What's up?
Do you know for the 117 how I can get it on speaker?
Unfortunately, the 117 cannot do speaker.
Okay, no worries, thanks.
Cheers.
Yeah, do you wanna seal ourselves a long range net for the two of us without bothering back, or is it not that important? I think you can need one.
Yeah, I don't think it's that important. I was just curious if you had the same short range or not.
Say that one again?
I was just curious if you had this short range or not, and you do, so that's all good.
Ah.
Fact.
2, this is Theta.
Go ahead.
Go for fact.
Fact, you talk first.
Somebody was calling me.
Oh, I was just curious if you're interested in a morale pass from the 2 jets.
Good for get it in nice and close. We just had to. Our CO was guilty of treason.
Nice.
F.
Morale pass is in hot from the south.
Thorn 2, when you have a chance, got a question on the 152, over.
Go ahead.
Does the 152 have the speaker option, over?
It does. So what you're gonna have to do is you have to click the options button, and then go to use the arrow keys to go to radio options, then hit enter, and then find radio speaker, hit enter, and then use the arrow keys to turn it on, and then hit enter again.
Well, I'll give it a try. Command, this is Theta.
Go for command.
Message from High Command that hostilities will be responding in a minute or so.
Copy that. Theta out to you, Ligma and Sigma.
Ligma copies.
Big back off.
Thornton 1, Thornton 2, go ahead and set up your orbit south of the airfield. Get ready for contact.
Thornton 1 copies.
2. Fact 2, do we have a approximate direction of that eventual contact, or just everywhere that isn't the airfield?
Everywhere that is not the airfield. So reference your map. We've got Sigma in the trenches around the terminal. Ligma is around the buildings just the south of the terminal. Theta is looking to the east around, or in the direction of our old drop zone. Everything to the east of the airfield itself is hot. Everything to the south of Ligma is hot, and everything on the west side of the terminal complex is hot.
2 copies all.
1 copies.
left your channel.
Hello.
User
Yep.
joined your channel. User joined your channel.
Just shut up. Don't just shut up.
Please.
Right. Back into your slots ASAP. What we will do is we will basically just go back in. I will TPS all into there. We will continue on from where we were. I think it was the headless clients playing silly buggers. Or that's the best theory we have.
What happened? There is a technical issue. The Sigma the Sigma squad leader 152 radio ID is dead. I can only use the transmit. I can't hear anything. I confirmed it with other radio IDs. It's that specific radio that I got assigned.
Okay, weird. Maybe that will be fixed with the restart.
Yeah, we're also having issues with once things are happening.
Yeah, I'm aware of the heavy bolters being a bit funky.
Rugby, get in your slot.
Get to the HC is actually down.
They have been dead for about 20 minutes now. Yeah.
Weirdly, they're still in the player list, but they're not actually slotted or anything.
Should I kick them?
Yeah.
Yeah, they physically are off. Let me make sure there's not a process hiding in the background. Wait one.
I wonder if that's maybe why they weren't clearing there, because it's still...
I'll be right back.
That'd be a new one.
Yeah.
Maybe the headless clients got stuck on the loading screen.
I mean, you joke, but...
Not entirely unreasonable.
No, theoretically, yes, they could. So.
Yeah.
Are the headless clients on the test repo?
I would hope.
Yes, because... Oh wait, sorry, not test. They're on this, otherwise they wouldn't have ever loaded in. Right.
User joined your channel.
Okay, so they actually were running as a process still, despite not... Despite being...
Interesting.
Did they crash? I mean, die?
No, they didn't have any errors or anything. They looked perfectly normal. I manually turned them off.
No, but I meant like in mission, since everything stopped moving. Or maybe, I don't know.
Maybe it's because he turned them
theorized.
off. But,
No, it was already...
Like they were in the
guys,
background.
let's
go.
Hold on, let's speculate later. Let's play, let's go.
Go.
Oh no, I killed Xanos.
You can't say that, that's their word.
You proud of that one?
Can we not rename Lambda to Ligma this time, please?
Especially with there being a Sigma. Okay, as soon as the last person is loaded, we'll be cracking on. Cool, right, in we go.
For what it's worth, I liked my direction of takeoff better because we were heading south anyway.
Sigma checking in command net. I did a fuck up.
Oh no!
Sigma checking in on the long range.
My copies.
What I realized is,
copies.
Back to air go ahead and get up, get south of the airfield.
Beta command, radio check.
Yeah, it turns out I was too distracted getting my fucking radios and sensors set up. Didn't notice the end of the taxiway.
In the future, you could use the targeting pod to look forward.
Yeah, I did that. I still wasn't paying attention.
In fact, this is 2 on channel 3 ahead of here.
Here, loud and clear.
Copy that. 1 had an issue, so they will be here eventually. Also be advised now that it's back to dark, you're gonna have to designate everything for me with like tracers or reference the runway center line.
Yep. So, same as before, everything west of the runway center line, or excuse me, east of the runway center line.
Copy.
Lambda, you are also functioning as our QRF, so you might have to get ready to move to Theta if the attack picks up from the north.
Lambda, copies all.
Two is in orbit, ready for tasking.
Copies.
All squads, this is the Commissar. Please ensure that all of your soldiers have recited the litanies of faith before the battle commences.
Backthorn 1.
Thorn 1.
Thorn 1, Thorn 2, go ahead and anticipate needing some real high intensity runs. So shorten your orbit and shorten your run itself.
Two copies.
1 copies.
Air units, be advised that the Commissar and leadership will be at the ATC tower, so...
Have fun.
That is our highest priority of defense.
1 copies.
Is Theta still going to be on the runway or just to the west of the runway?
Theta is in a French system just to the west of the runway itself.
Copy.
Thorn 1 is in position.
Back Thorn 1.
Go for Thorn 1.
Close contact to the northwest. All friendlies are south and east of the road that heads from the left to right there. You check your map.
I believe I have eyes on.
I want you to saturate the northwest side of that road, rockets and guns. Thorn 2, you'll be in 10 seconds after him.
Two copies.
Commander, this is the Commissar and Sigma's position. I believe we may require more...
Thorn 1 coming in east to west.
Wave off. Go ahead and make that a north to south west gun run. North to southwest.
Thorn 1 waving off. Reposition from north to southwest gun.
Theta, command, come in.
Go ahead for Theta.
Theta, you have orcs coming in north down the runway.
Get the copies.
Thorn 2, go ahead and wave off. I want you to saturate the wood line to the east of the runway.
Copy that. Rockets coming in on the east side of the runway.
Commissar Command, unable to assist with
Thorn 1 coming
Sigma. Sending in CAS instead.
Cleared hot. Thorn 1, immediate re-attack.
Copy, I'll make that attack southwest to north then, yeah?
Yep. Thorn 1, go ahead and make each gun run incrementally up that hill.
Thorn 1 copies.
Thorn 2, immediate re-attack, focus on the north side of the runway itself as well.
2 copies.
Good effect, Thorn 1. I want you to bring it again around right on that same position.
Thorn 1 copies.
Two is in from the south.
Continue. You shift your fire to the tree line. So we'll call that east 100 and re-attack.
Copy.
Thorn 1, good effect, re-attack.
Thorn 1 coming in again.
Thorn 2, adjustment. I want you to put your fire on the tree line directly east of our position.
2 copies.
Command, this is the Commissar.
Lambda Command. Lambda Command.
2's in.
1, reference your last impacts. I want you to go just long of that by about 100
Lambda,
meters, re-attack.
Out to you.
1 copies.
Good effect, re-attack.
Copy. Switching the guns. Winchester on
I'm at
rockets.
Sigma's position and there are 2 people remaining. The position has been shot heavily, but we are holding.
Copy that, Commissar. We're trying to task Lambda to use this too, but Lambda is rolling as well.
Alright, 2, reference your last attack run. I want you long of that by about 500 meters and bring it around to the north termination of the runway, that whole tree line.
2 copies in from the south.
Command, this is Sigma.
Go for command.
We've just taken friendly fire. These are the pilot executed. I want his name and number.
Command copies.
Thorn 1.
I know. I friendly fired.
Command. Go for command.
Command, I have no one is moving to your position.
Fact 2. Would you like a re-attack on that tree line I just did?
Yes, re-attack.
In hot from the south.
2, go ahead and come off to the north. I'm going to have you reorient and attack this northeast sector. Check that northwest sector.
Copy. It's just a little hard to distinguish the road from all the forest from up here.
That if you're on the forest itself, up the tree line, that's good. If you're not shooting tree line, that's bad. Reference the ATC tower, look to the northwest and you'll see a radio tower.
Confirmed. How about the north side of the road? Does that work?
Side of the road, please. Call it east to west.
Additionally, be advised that we can call in
Good effect, immediate reattack.
Either copy, so the copy.
Thorn 1.
And the reply.
You are the west side responsibility now. I want you to attack the tree line just to the north and east of the bunker complex where Theta is.
Copy that, hitting the tree line north and east of Theta.
Check that wave off.
Waving.
North side of the runway, I want a east to west gun run. North of the runway.
East-west gun run just north of the runway coming in.
Thorn 1, Thorn 2, FAC is gonna have to move. You guys are self-controlled, don't friendly fire.
Cheers.
Theta, this is Sigma. Go for Theta. Sigma has landed to your east and is moving in piecemeal. There are orcs between us. Roger, you're coming from out east and there's orcs between us.
Who made that gun run just now?
If it was on the tree line, that was me, Thorn 2.
Okay, so immediately where you started your run, like when you pulled the trigger, I need that tree line directly underneath that. So it's going to be northwest side of the runway.
Copy.
Thorn 1, go ahead and follow Thorn 2, attack that same location.
Go for command.
Thorn 1, copy, this is going trail.
Say that again, Ted.
Confirmed that's the tree line that's just on the south side of the road to the northwest of the runway.
No, keep it north of the road, keep it north of the road.
Copy. Two isn't hot from the northeast.
Thorn 1, FAC.
Is directly engaged, you guys are self-controlled.
One to 2, I'm seeing a number of contacts on my sensor. Do you know if any of them are active?
Unknown.
Air, we've got little whirly bird shits. I need you to shoot them down.
One copies. Where in relation to the airfield are they?
Over our heads.
Oh shit.
Those are going to be really hard to track down.
Yeah. But I'm seeing them, they're really low. Oh boy.
Command, this is Theta. Passing directly over command's position now.
I'm right behind you going to the same target.
Good kill.
In fact, we're gonna be minimally effective against those. I got no leading gun sight or anything, and they're small as fuck.
Yeah, we have no tracers even to use.
Off-net.
The fuck is a Trojan?
This is command on Channel 1. My RTO is dead.
Command, reach you 5 square. Back to air, we're back up.
Air copies.
Cheers status on weapons and ammo.
Thorn 1 is 66% cannon, 50%
Oh, check
rockets.
check. I need immediately gun runs and rocket runs north of the airfield. 2 heavy vehicles in the tree line coming towards us.
Current plan is to retake west.
Thorn 1 copies heavy vehicles. Permission to engage with HGM.
For the tracers to the west.
Beta, you're gonna hold your original mark. Sigma and Lambda are working to retake their original marks.
Thorn 2 rifle.
Out. 1 rifle.
Lambda copies, but I'm not with any of my squad. I've airdropped it.
Understood. No worries. We're getting a lot of reinforcements now. Beta needs to hold the bunker that they're currently in, or else lose our complete position on the airfield.
Command, this is Sigma. We cannot retake our positions because the trench network is gone currently.
Good God.
Alright, we had 1 good splash. I didn't have eyes on the second one.
The situation was for us. Our trench network got entirely destroyed.
Stand by. Sigma, how would that current area around the buildings look cool?
Wait 1, Command, let me speak with my officer.
Same for you, Lambda. Can you check how that area around the buildings around your whole mark looks?
Alright, who's up next for an attack run?
Most of them were destroyed, as far as I recall.
2 is in now from the southeast.
My leadership at the moment, so wait 1.
Lambda command, you see the helipad?
Go ahead and just north of the termination of the runway, that tree line lighted up.
Again, I don't have
Second Vic there. Second Vic there.
So I'll let you know when I do.
One, re-attack that same position if you've got any missiles. There's a vehicle on that location. Never mind, it's done.
There might have been a second vehicle just to the east of that one.
You take care of that. One, go ahead and cycle back to the airfield for rearm.
Repeat that?
Go ahead and cycle back to the airfield if you need rearm.
Copy, Zone 1, RTB for rearm refuel.
Command, this is Sigma.
2 wants to do an east-west gun run on that road just north of the runway.
These buildings, and this is going to be our best cover.
Understood, Sigma.
1 to FAC, be advised, I was seeing a Trojan contact to the southwest of the terminal buildings, not sure if it's still active.
One, 2, go ahead and make your run.
2's in from the east.
Continue. 2, go ahead, re-attack about long of your previous impacts, about 500 meters, the tree line in between the ATC and the radio tower.
It will protect us against the incoming fire.
Can you give me a rough map mark of that radio tower you keep talking about? Oh, is it the one on the hill? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, yep.
Oh, okay, so like halfway up the hill.
Yes, halfway up the hill. Brings the large amount of incoming tracers.
Understood, Sigma. I'll send help.
2's in from the east.
Command, this is Lambda Box Operator. I have managed to contact the squad leader, but I've managed to contact the one of the lower leaders. I'm setting them up on that police platform right now.
Copy, Lambda. I'm not sure if we can actually climb up, but if you can, behind those wall turret things.
Re-attack.
Never mind, there seems to be a mass cast scenario amongst the one I just sent in, so...
Copy, Lambda. If that's not viable, we're going to have you take up the bunker actually southeast on the airfield.
Please.
Command's handing my radio off to my box operator now.
Back 2, we have a stomper north of the runway, need cast right now.
Can you be more specific north of the runway?
North of the runway. It's the big walking shit north of the runway.
All units.
Thorn 2 rifle.
You need to deal with the stomper.
Re-attack.
Alright, guns only at this point. Coming in south and north.
Free. Whatever you have to do, it's gotta go down. Re-attack whichever direction you can. One, status.
Thorn 1 about to lift.
Right.
Thorn 1 airborne and on their way back to BAO.
Fac 4-2, I think we got it.
Thorn 1 to Fac.
One, this is 2, reference the map, there is a Sigma element that's on the road on the north side of the airfield. Otherwise, I think our old targets are valid.
One copies.
Fac, this is 2, how do you read?
I'm getting the sense that Fac is down.
Okay, 1 reference on that north road, there's red smoke, I believe that's friendly at this time.
A firm, eyes on.
Any command elements, this is Thorn 2 on channel 1, how do you read?
Command.
Command, this is Thorn 2, I believe the forward air controller is down at this time.
Copy, he should be back here soon.
I am returning. Any leadership element on the helicopter, over?
This is Sigma. I'm currently with command on the ground.
Back to air units, I am back on net. Status?
Thorn 1 orbiting the airfield looking for targets. Full ammo.
Thorn 2 is almost giant cannon ammo. I see a Vic. in the forest northwest of the airfield that I'm going to take out, use my last ammo on, and then R2B for a rearm.
Yeah, that sounds good. Command, reference that last gun run, just so you guys are aware there are heavy contacts in that vicinity along with some possible vehicles.
Copy, we're also friendlies.
Back to one, we're moving back to the ATC tower. Go ahead and make some low passes and give me some intel.
Command, Sigma. One copies, flying over airfield, looking for targets.
Copy, wait one. Sigma, your current orders are to dig in at Sigma hold if viable, otherwise report back.
Oh no!
Left your channel. Left your channel.
Hey. I know what happened. I know what happened.
We're back. User left your channel. User left your channel.
One to fact.
Go for fact.
Okay, just making sure you're still here.
North end of the runway in the tree line to the northwest. There's a vehicle. Yep. Prioritize vehicles.
One rifle.
Close cats coming in for whoever's in the trenches to the northeast. Radio check.
Copy loud and clear.
Ten four. Back to air. Back to air.
Go for
back. 2, status.
2's lifting on the way.
Be advised there is an... We are attacking north from the tower. So, restrict your gun runs to the east and the west.
Two copies.
Can you repeat that one?
Restrict gun runs to the east and to the west. We have a ground attack going from south to north from the ATC.
1 copies.
Two is on station, available for tasking.
4. One and 2 go ahead and form up. Give us a nice little close pass north to south. Get some fingertipping.
One, I'll form up on you.
1 copies. One turning in.
Expedite.
It is what it is.
Whether it's walls or trenches, they were